how the iPad can help us with developing an understanding of different languages or helping us explore our own language in new ways on our device. Now, the device itself has the ability to add in keyboards of lots of different languages. And this can help you in just the way that you interact with the device. But once those languages have been added to your device, you'll notice that it also gives you a whole range of additional opportunities as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my settings on my device. And under the General tab, I'm going to go to Keyboard and select that. At the very top, you'll notice it says Keyboards with the number 2 next to it. I'm going to go ahead and select this option, and you'll see here I have the option to add additional keyboards. And when you choose this, you'll notice here there are dozens and dozens of different languages that you can add in. Now, this is a great way to change the keyboard on your device to meet the language that you might type in, but it also gives some additional functionality as well. Now, I'm just going to start off just by adding in a French keyboard, for example, and you'll see that's now appeared on my keyboard list, but I can additionally add lots of other languages as well. Let's go ahead and add in Spanish, I think. Now, when I utilize my keyboard on my device, I have an additional opportunity to change the keyboard. Once, where there was the emoji sign in the bottom left, I now have a globe icon. And if I tap and hold on this, you'll see I can move through any of those different keyboard setups that I want. Let's go ahead and choose the French keyboard. You'll notice straight away that the keyboard itself changes slightly. There are things on the keyboard that might be more relevant to that language, such as some of the punctuation is different, the accents over certain letters, and in this case, even the keyboard layout is different. What was a QWERTY keyboard is now an AZERTY keyboard. What this also means is as I'm typing on the device, those recommendations come up in the language that the keyboard is. It's not trying to correct it into English, for example. It's giving me recommendations based on the language that I'm typing in. Even the emojis match that. So bonjour, obviously, is a hello. So therefore I get the waving icon appear as an option in that bar at the top. Now this goes even further, linking to the ability to also dictate in that language. Now this works for a lot of languages, but just be aware it doesn't work for all languages at the moment. It does, however, work for French. So as an example, bonjour, je m'appelle Matthew, j'habite à Chepstow. Now it's trying to pick up certain words. So again, you can change those things out and correct it, or obviously say it again to make sure it does pick up the correct words you said. Where it also benefits is those same tools as we've seen in previous videos. I also have the opportunity to have this spoken back to me. So really, really powerful tool there to allow me to be able to both work in my language, but also, if I'm developing my language skills, practice my pronunciation of things to see how they appear on the screen. Where this also helps, if I turn my keyboard back into English, is the device has the ability to translate. Let's just say that I wanted to say, hello, my name is Matthew. If I select this text, you'll see on my device, I also now have the opportunity to have that text translated. Now again, this doesn't work with all languages. If I go ahead and tap on translate, you'll see that it gives me that instant translation. In this case, it's translated into Chinese. And I have the option to change that language. And here you'll see the opportunities of the languages that you can utilize. So at the moment, this is the list, but it will be continued to be added to over time as things develop. So again, I can have that translated to French, and then I can check my spelling potentially when I've practiced this myself, and actually then have it translated. You can even have this played back to you so that you can hear that spoken, which is a really, really useful tool. And if you want to copy that translation, you simply copy, and it'll be there to paste into any documents that you want to utilize. So very, very powerful, really, really rich way to be able to explore languages. So far, we've looked at the ability to type in different languages and give you those text opportunities and emoji recommendations. We can speak in a different language or practice those different languages. And we can use the tool to translate into different languages as well. Let's take a look at this within Safari then. I want to explore this website, for example. Let's go to a news website. Let's find some news that we want to read about. And then we suddenly start to think, well, I can't access this because of a language barrier. Or I wonder what some of these words are in a different language. Well, at this point now, I can tap on those two A's at the top. And you'll notice I have the opportunity to translate the website. At this point, it's reacting to the keyboards that I've added in. Now again, it's not going to do it for all languages, but the majority of languages which are big populations of people speak those languages, they do exist to be able to translate. At this point, let's say I want to translate this whole website into French. It will quickly now turn all of the text on the page into French, and now I can access this in French language. Now again, where this helps, both in terms of accessibility for people with different languages, but equally just starting to explore just rich everyday use vocabulary and thinking about what those words might be in a different language. So really, really powerful stuff. And again, built into the device, you can utilize that across websites. You can utilize the translate feature within Notes and within Keynote and Pages, etc. So as we're exploring different languages, there's just a few tools there that can help you get started to think about different uses in your own classrooms as well.